If you open Procreate Dreams, watched a bunch of random tutorials, and your timeline still looks like this, it's not that you're bad at animation, it's that you're learning in a Gremlin-approved order. In this video, I'll give you a simple roadmap, a free bootcamp you can follow step by step from your first bouncing ball all the way to animating your own characters. Before you jump into animating in Dreams, you don't need to be a pro artist, but a little Procreate comfort really helps. If you can do 3 things, you're ready for this bootcamp. Draw or trace a simple character. Color underneath your line art without wrecking the lines. And use basic layers and masks like clipping masks or multiply to keep things tidy. If that still feels scary, no worries. I've got tiny bite-sized tutorials on this channel to help with tracing, coloring, and layers. Get comfortable doodling a simple character, and then come back here and start lesson 1.
Or you could use 97 layers.
No, 3 is fine. Okay, once you got a simple character you can draw and color, you're ready for the fun part. Here's the order. I recommend you learn animation in Procreate Dreams so you don't get overwhelmed, and so each lesson actually builds on the last. Lesson 1 is the bouncing ball. It looks simple, but this is where you learn the heart of animation, timing, and spacing. We use a single ball to practice slow in and slow out, how gravity feels, and how spacing your drawings makes something feel heavy or light. Don't worry about characters yet. If you can make one ball feel believable, every animation after this gets 10 times easier. Lesson 2 is the jumping frog. We keep the body simple, but now we add arcs and squash and stretch. You learn how the frog squashes as it prepares to jump, stretches as it pushes off, and follows a smooth arc through the air instead of a straight line. It's a small project, but it trains your eye for movement that feels organic and not robotic. Lesson 3 is the flying bird. This is where we practice loops and cycles, getting motion to repeat without visible jumps. Wings, capes, tails, hair swishes, they all depend on clean loops. Once you can loop a simple wing flap, you'll see cycles everywhere.
What if we just skip 3 frames here?
That's why we practice loops properly. Lesson 4 is your first walk cycle. Now we take everything from the ball, frog, and bird and apply it to a character. You'll learn the classic contact and passing poses, how the hips and head should move, and how to keep the walk feeling grounded instead of floaty. It's the first time the animation starts looking like an actual little person moving. Lesson 5 is character emotions. Movement is great, but if your character's face never changes, it still feels dead. Here we play with eyes, brows, and mouth shapes so your characters can react, think, and feel. It's a huge step towards actual acting and animation. Lesson 6 is the Wiggly Ghost. It's a low-pressure way to practice overlap and floaty organic motions. Because it's just a little blobby ghost, you don't have to stress about anatomy. You just focus on making it feel soft and alive. Lesson 7 is squishy loops, like a bouncing slime or my very unimpressed bad fish. This reinforces timing and spacing, but with more personality. You can make something feel heavy, gummy, or bouncy just by how you space the frames. And running alongside all of these is what I call the spacing check. If any of your animations start to look jittery or shaky, this is the video you go back to. It shows you how to fix spacing on the whole object and the outline so everything reads smoothly. Think of it as your smoothness doctor for every animation you make.
I like it crunchy.
We don't. Once you've gone through those core bootcamp lessons and you can make simple loops and walk cycles, you're ready for the fun polish. On this channel, I'm building a whole second layer of tutorials that cover things like eyes and blinks that don't feel creepy, hair and clothes that drag and overlap, smear frames for fast motion, and tiny holds and accents that make your animation feel expensive. Those are the tools that turn I made something move into this actually feels like a cartoon. So quick recap. Step 0, get comfortable drawing and coloring a simple character in Procreate. Then work through the bootcamp bouncing ball, frog, bird, walk cycle emotions, and squishy loops. Anytime something starts looking crunchy or shaky, use the spacing video as your jitter doctor. And when that feels good, start layering on polish. Eyes, hair, smears, and holds. You don't have to guess what to learn next. I put all of these lessons in order in a Procreate Dreams Animation Bootcamp playlist, so you can just start at lesson 1 and go down. If you want to learn animation on iPad with me and meet weird little guys like Jeff, the Bad Fish, and the Art Gremlin along the way, hit subscribe and then tap the bootcamp playlist on screen to start your first animation right now.